Hey yo, I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. Today on the table we have for you all the Marvel Universe comic book 2-pack featuring Colossus and the Juggernaut. This is a really cool package. You get 2 figures in the set. This is the Juggernaut that does not have the helmet with him, so it's kind of an exclusive, and the Colossus figure is more in the kind of slate gray metallic color. So it's a little bit different than the normal carded package. So overall it's a really cool set. So what we're going to do is just open this thing up and take a look at individual figures and do a quick review for you. So stick around. So here's the packaged version of Marvel's Colossus and the Juggernaut, the Marvel's Greatest Battles comic packs. The packaging is really awesome. If you've not seen any of these before, they did a really good job on the overall packaging. On the back, you can kind of see the one that you have here and a couple of the other packets that they have that you can collect as well. So we're just going to go ahead and open this thing up and see what it looks like once we get them out of the package. So got my handy dandy X-Acto knife here, and we're just going to slice into this thing. I should note that there is a comic book that comes with this thing, so if you're opening this with an X-Acto knife, be sure to try not to cut into that, unless you already have the comic and don't really care about it, but I want to read it anyway, so. Alright, so just slicing, and we're going to go ahead and slice up the top here with the comic as well. And then go all the way around corners. Maybe time to resharpen my blade on this thing. Again, I'm trying not to cut the comic. And all the way down the side here. And that should take care of it for us. Looks like I missed here. Let's pull it out. So there's the figures and the comic book. So all the rest of this is now just trash. Now, I will point out that looking at the back of this, it's got some really cool artwork included with it. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. But no longer necessary, so it goes to the trash heap. So this is a reprint of the X-Men 102, and it is not for resale. But it shows the Juggernaut versus Colossus here. Just kind of thumbing through the pages. Says it was originally published in X-Men 102. I don't know what the date is on that, but that was a pretty good long time ago, so still cool. You can kind of see all the new X-Men in here: Wolverine and Nightcrawler, Banshee, Storm. They're all having a good old time fighting against the Juggernaut. I see Black Tom in there. He's always been allied with the Juggernaut. A nice little bio of Colossus. Some nice alternate artwork and things like that. Cool power grid. Then same thing for the Juggernaut. Cool. And then Iron Man figures. Cool. Ooh, and look, Galactus. That was a cool thing. I may have to pull that one out and do a review sometime of it, but that's neither here nor there. So, very cool looking comic. Now have the figures themselves here. So let's go ahead and pull them out of the package. And more trash to deal with. So yeah, this is what you get in the set. The Juggernaut figure, the Colossus figure, and this cool reprinted comic. Should point out there are no accessories that come with this or anything like that, but you don't really need any because they're the comic book guys. So we'll go ahead and zoom in on these things and take a look at each of these individually and see what they look like. Up first we have Colossus, simply because his name starts with a C, and we'll do it alphabetical. But we have the Colossus figure here. So this is the same as the single carded figure, except the paint job on this one. This was more of a dull gray for his metallic skin, as opposed to a slightly whiter metallic color for the other ones. But just looking at the figure itself, it's got a really awesome sculpt here. It pretty well showcases Colossus back in his classic uniform. Take a look at the back. Very nice detail work on this. Articulation is pretty much what you would expect with all of this particular type of figure. So it rotates at the at the shoulder joint. The bicep itself rotates all the way around. Then you have a hinge joint at the elbow. Then the hands also rotate. Same thing on the other side. So lots of good poses you can put these guys in. The head moves up and down. There's a lot of movement there. And rotates 360 degrees, so that's cool. But yeah, most figures don't rotate the head that much, but that's pretty awesome that he can do that. Then he's got the ab crunch feature, I guess is the best way you can say that, but it does turn and move up and down. Then the legs have a swivel joint on them, and so they go all the way around, but it also turns, which is cool. Then at the knee you have double knee joints, and then at the leg you've got rotation all the way around, and then the rocker joint for up and down, although due to the way the boot is constructed, it doesn't go up and down very much, but it does move that way. So very cool articulation points. Again, Colossus is a large figure in the comics, so he gets a rather large figure, and it's pretty awesome. The paintwork on this thing is really awesome, pretty much spot on as far as the representation from the comic. His knee pads are very cool looking, and the gold accents on his belt really make it pop. So yeah, overall this is a very cool figure. Very good representation of Colossus. Up next we have the Juggernaut figure. This is one of the larger figures in the Marvel Universe lineup. It's pretty much a huge figure here. But as you can see, it is, well, it's a pretty awesome detailed sculpt. Front side, flipping over to the back side, and then just to point out, his boots here have this huge tread on them. This figure is the helmetless version of the figure. The single carded figure came with the helmet built on, so this is the only way you can get one without the helmet attached. and I have to say he looks kind of goofy. His head sculpt is a little bit weird. I think it's the teeth that's throwing it off a little bit, but it's very much representative of what he would look like when he takes the helmet off. I mean, in the comics he does kind of have a small head and this huge upper body, so this works very well for kind of representing that. You can see on his arms he's got these cool, I guess they're leather armbands. On this particular one, coming off a little bit. I don't know if that's just this one or if they're prone to do that, but you may want to watch out for that. But looking at articulation, it's the same articulation as Colossus. The joints swivel there. His hands actually move just below the elbow joint. So his hands don't actually rotate, but his forearm does. Same thing on the other side. His head does move up and down with a great range of motion. I'm not used to seeing that much of a range on these figures, but that's pretty awesome. Ab crunch. There's not a lot of movement there, but again, this is a very bulky figure, so I guess that's kind of hard to do, but it does turn and everything like that. It's just not a lot of up and down motion on it. But so his legs, same as the rest of them, turned, double knee joints, and swivels at the top of the boot, and then hinge joints on the actual feet themselves. So that's pretty cool. It's got a really great range of motion on all of these figures from this line. This one is very heavy because it is a rather large figure. So overall, I love the sculpt on it. The face is a little bit weird, but not that big a deal. It works really well for what it is, and it's supposed to show him without the mask, and it does really good like that. So here's a side-by-side comparison of the two figures, Colossus and the Juggernaut. You can really see the discrepancy in their mass here. They're about the same height, but Juggernaut is just massive. For some comparison, we've got a 25th anniversary G.I. Joe figure, Beachhead, that I kind of throw in here for most of my comparisons. And you can kind of see how much these guys tower over a regular sized figure. And Beachhead here is about the size of a normal Marvel Comics universe figure. So you can see Colossus is bigger than him, and Juggernaut just dwarfs him altogether. So yeah, so these are the two that come with the package. It's a great set. It's actually relatively cheap. You can get it on Amazon for about 11, maybe 12 bucks right now. I'll put a link in the video down below if anybody wants to go out there and take a look at it. So I picked up this set mainly because I needed another Colossus figure to use as reference for a potential Halloween costume. I already have a carded single figure of him, but I didn't really want to rip into that one just yet. And I wanted video here for y'all to see, so it was cheaper for me to get this 2-pack with both Colossus and a Juggernaut figure than it was a single carded Colossus. So it should go to show you that these things didn't sell real well, and I don't really know why. It's an awesome set. I don't know why they didn't pick up as well as they did, but it's good for us because if you're looking for them, you can get them pretty cheap right now. So. And there we have the review for the Marvel Comics Universe 2-pack of Colossus and the unhelmeted version of the Juggernaut. Overall, it's a great pack, especially considering how cheap these things are. I'll put a link into the description down below to an Amazon page where you can find this. The unhelmeted version of Juggernaut can only be found in this particular set, and the particular variation of Colossus here is only in this set. So if you're a Colossus fan or a Juggernaut fan, definitely pick it up. If you're not a fan of either one, there's probably no point in picking them up. But again, like I said earlier, I was looking for Colossus, and it was cheaper to buy the 2-pack than it was to buy a single pack for just Colossus. So keep your eye open and see. You might find some playroom in there. But overall, very cool set. So that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe below if you haven't already. Leave some comments. Let us know how we're doing, what you would like to see in future episodes. Check out some of our videos coming down the pipe. We've got some of our 2015 Halloween costume contest preparation videos coming down. So we'll be going through the costume design and just overall putting the costume together kind of stuff. Also have a couple of new reviews coming out for different action figures and vehicles and things like that. So keep tuned in, and till next time,